Athena Joy Curry was a young woman with an awful lot to live for.
This is a person who has people who love her. We deserve answers. We deserve closure. We deserve justice.
This is abnormal, you know. Day one, I knew something was up.
Tonight, the JVM Most Wanted. Help us find this beautiful missing mom, Athena Joy Curry, vanished in the early morning hours, May 27th of last year. So she's been gone over a year, never heard from again. The then 20-year-old was last seen with her young toddler and her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Yusuf Mujahid, near his home in Atlanta, the general Atlanta area. Now, according to Yusuf, Athena stormed off in the early morning hours after they had a heated argument where Athena stabbed him in the hand. Stabbed him in the hand, reportedly over a text message from another woman. He called Athena's family when days passed and she did not return.
I said she would never leave King, and you know it. He agreed. I said, I'm calling 911.
Cops frantically searched for any sign of Athena, chasing down hundreds of leads without any clues turning up. Where is this beautiful mom? Joining me right now, Athena's family. And we've got more and more of the family members who have joined us on the phone, and we want to help you. We understand your pain. My gosh, I had a relative who vanished for two days this week, a teen, and it turned out it was all a big misunderstanding, but my heart sank. I was sick. I have a totally new appreciation of the hell that you are going through. So I would like to start with Aisha Maggie. This is an exclusive interview, Athena's sister, McGee. Aisha, thank you for joining us. What do you know? What do you know about her car, her cell phone, her purse, anything?
Well, when she went, last time I talked to her was the reported night that she went missing. She was actively on Facebook, you know, a young 20-year-old woman with a lot of friends, and there was no communication on her Facebook page. Her cell phone was going straight to voicemail. She lived with me. She did not return home. I had no way of contacting her. I tried to contact Yusuf, and I didn't have a valid number for him, so there was just no way for me to contact her for multiple days. And at that point, I knew something wasn't right.
Yes, and she's a beautiful young woman, and they did have a heated argument, but we have to say, Yusuf is not considered a suspect. According to law enforcement, he is invited on our show anytime. Cops say without, and I hate to say this, but we have to state the possibilities. Without a body or any evidence that a crime has occurred, they can't really make an arrest. They say they have no suspects, but there's so many questions. The young mom's relationship with her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Yusuf. Now, back in 2010, Yusuf was arrested for domestic battery, where he allegedly held a stun gun to Athena's head and repeatedly punched her in the face. He admits the couple wasn't perfect and didn't have a perfect relationship, but he insists he had nothing to do with her disappearance. And again, I have to be clear, cops have not connected him to Athena's disappearance. So I want to go to Cicero Curry, and again, this is an exclusive interview, Athena's father. Your daughter is missing, sir. My heart goes out to you. What do you know about this on-again, off-again boyfriend and the circumstances of her? He's saying that she just stormed off at 3 in the morning. Did she have a car there? If she had had a car there, wouldn't she have gotten in her car and stormed off? Tell us about that.
Well, to my knowledge, for me not being there, I am in Portland, Oregon. I had just recently learned that they were having an off and on again relationship, and I had just learned about the batteries that he was putting upon my daughter right after she had gone missing. So I was in the dark until this point. I do understand that she had a car that she could have driven away in, but I was also told that he told the police that the car was inoperable. I do not know if the police took that opportunity to take the car to see if it was operable, but that's where we are, and I am with my daughter Aisha, that it is very suspect to me that why would she disappear and leave her pocketbook, her laptop, her cell phone, and not contact anyone ever again. She posted disappeared on that Friday night, early Saturday morning, but he did not contact Aisha until, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday the following week, which leaves a lot of time for some strange events to take place in my mind. But here we are.
Yes, sir, you're making some very, very
out there somewhere.
excellent points. If somebody just storms off like that, why not immediately call? Why wait? On the other side of the break, we have an investigative journalist who has been looking into this case, and we'll tell you what he's come up with. He'll tell you. That's Yusuf, the on-again, off-again boyfriend of the missing woman who says, I had nothing to do with it, but he's the last person to see her, and he has a history, according to authorities, of domestic violence involving this woman, punching her in the face. John Lieberman, HLN contributor, thank you for bringing us this story. We want to help. What do you know?
Well, my thoughts and prayers go out to the family. I'm so glad we could profile this tonight. Let me tell you what cops believe. Cops at this point do believe that there was foul play in this case. However, they do also have some new leads. They recently put the case on America's Most Wanted to try and energize the investigation, and they are actively working leads and actively going back almost from step one to re-interview people, to canvass the neighborhood again, to see if anybody saw anything, knows anything, and what police want people to know is it only takes one piece of the puzzle. Police do have some theories that they're working on. They need somebody from the public to come forward with that one piece of information that they might think is inconsequential, but it could actually help close this case.
All right, Rolando Watts, you've covered so many of these cases. What do you think?
Well, I think the greatest thing that is happening at this point is that social media is involved. That's going to help a great deal. And, Jane, I cannot thank you enough for covering this story, especially of a minority woman. There's so many in our community who feel that these stories are not being covered. We're 13% of this nation and 33% of the missing people. So I thank you, my colleague and friend.
Well, of course.
But I think social media is the thing that's going to help right now. And she's a young girl, and maybe lots of people knew her, and something may come up through that.
Aisha, giving you the final word.
Yes.
Aisha?
Yes. Thank you. I just want to, anybody who knows anything, about my sister, our family, we deserve closure. We want answers for my nephew's sake, Athena's son. He's spent the last year and some change without his mom, and I show him pictures of her every day and let him know who Mommy is, and I just want somebody to come forward just to give us that peace and closure.
Well, we pray that you get that closure. We want to be helpful, and please, if you know anything, if you think you know anything at all, call authorities immediately. Drew Peterson.